So one of the best resources for primary sources that I could find for school libraries is the Library of Congress website. On here, if you scroll down, you can go, they have right here free to use and reuse picture and video content that is available that have been designated by the Library of Congress as free to use and copyright free, so you can find different photos on different subjects and use them in presentations or posters or displays. And of course, the most important tool I believe the Library of Congress has for school libraries are their resources designated for teachers. So if I go to Education and scroll down for teachers, here they have different resources for getting started with teaching with primary resources and how to use them effectively in classroom. They also have the primary resource analysis tool, which is a graphic organizer that you can print out, and it helps guide students through formulating questions on analyzing primary resources and how to properly use primary resources. They also have a guide for citing primary resources and how to properly cite primary resources. Now you can click here, getting started with primary resources, and you can find different information using primary resources, such as copyright and primary resources and student discovery sets. But I think one of the most useful tools are their classroom material sets, and here you can get primary resource sets on specific topics for specific lessons. You can also find presentations, pre-made presentations on different historical topics and contexts. But I think probably the most important is their lessons plans. Here on the lessons plans, they have pre-made lessons plans made by educators using primary resources and primary resource sets that you can find within the primary resource plans. So here's just a few of them that you can find on the website, but if you're looking for a specific topic for lessons plans and all in American history, you can type in a topic. So I'll type in the Civil War, and here you can find lesson plans by topic within here, and also you can filter by specific era as well. And also one thing that's a very useful part of this tool is the recommended grade levels. Say you needed a plan that you knew that would be appropriate content-wise and grade level-wise for middle schoolers. So you would click here and it would filter lesson plans that are appropriate for students at this age level, and you can click right here on the lesson plans, and right here they have, just scroll down and you can find the materials and the class sets and links to specific resources and primary resources for students to look at, such as pictures, such as photos, or right here from the Library of Congress website. And they have lesson procedure and instructions for different activities for the lesson plans. So this is, out of the tools I've used, this is probably the most useful and clear out of the tools. Now the only drawback of it is that the Library of Congress resources are just solely focused on American history, so it may not be useful for a world history class or in the context of teaching students about cultures overseas or history overseas. So that's the one drawback of this, but for purposes of teaching American history, this is a very helpful source for primary source research and lesson plans using primary resources.